What does this mean in terms of the 21st century and relationships between the Muslim world and the West? And what does this mean to the Muslims of America and the Muslims in the West in general? The first thing is that we are now in a position and at a time, as we face the 21st century, where the wrong situation has created the right situation. What do I mean by that? Interest in Islam in the Muslim world did not come because people woke up in the 70s and said, gee, we didn't understand Islam, the second largest of the world's religion. We're all children of Abraham. Let's hold hands and learn something more. No, what it was we have a geostrategic threat. We need to learn more about Islam in the Muslim world. But as a result of that, coverage of Islam in grammar school, in high school, in colleges and universities has exploded. There are virtually no major colleges or universities where Islam in the Muslim world are not to be found taught in the curriculum. Coverage of Islam in terms of publications, that situation has exploded. Do a search in your library for books on Islam in the Muslim world before the Iranian Revolution and after. It is absolutely remarkable. If you want to see a really good example, take a look at my CV. I finished my degree in 1974. Between 74 and 79, I had 4 articles. That was it. From 1980 on, I have, I don't know how many books, I don't know how many articles, maybe, I don't know, whatever the numbers are, but they're fairly impressive. Not just because I'm impressive, but because, in quotes, there's a real interest out there. But we'd like to think the first is the more important one. But there is a real interest. I could publish a book every other day, and there would be a market for it. I could do a video series on Islam in the Muslim world, etc., etc. The interest is there. Now, it came about for the wrong reason, but a lot of good returns are actually coming in. There is far more of a knowledge of Islam and the Muslim world out there. At the same time, we still are faced with those who say, but in the post-Cold War, Islam represents the second largest religion. It provides the only ideological alternative with the death of communism or the passing of communism. And so there's that potential challenge or danger of a clash. But at the same time, if you look, there are a whole generation of scholars and experts and political analysts who take the opposite position. And so when you see those who talk about a clash, you have many others who counter that. That situation did not exist 10 years ago. If you're in Washington, there is present in Washington now 2 schools of thought in general that deal with this issue. Not just, as in my time, 1 school of thought.